Oh, shoot. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope I play something you like. Set my set list back up so I can remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, let's say the first one goes like this. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations are red on a green Christmas tree. Won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start calling, when those blue memories start calling, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas white. But I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. All right, starting off with a little Christmas music, festive. Yeah, I felt like I should dress up and match my tree at least. I got little trees on my tie. I don't know if you can see them. That camera's good, but I don't think it's that good. Well, for any that don't know or didn't read my name online, I am Josh Teague, and I was so excited when Jen asked me to do this. Play y'all a couple of songs, and this next one's one I wrote. It's one of the, it's not really the first song I wrote, but it's the first one I wrote that I thought was any good. And it's called Cigarettes. Soul guitar with paint on strings. I know the words, but not what they mean. Don't know where they come from, only where they go. But I just traded my last bag of cigarettes from the worn out set of clothes. I got a few old buddies of mine, they hang around nearly part of the time. Just about a few of them call me by my name. Even if they call me another one, I answer to it all the same. Went outside, I thought I heard you calling. Looked up to say good morning. I swear the sky was falling. But I just traded my last pack of cigarettes, and there's nothing to do. Keep on walking. So guitar with paint on strings, I spent my whole life to make it ring. But no matter how hard I try, it never makes a sound. When there's nothing to sing about and nobody else around. Went outside, I thought I heard you calling. Looked up to say good morning. I swear the sky up to say good morning. I swear the sky was falling, but I just traded my last pack of cigarettes, and there's nothing to do. Keep on walking away from you. All right. Oh, Giovanni. Spooky Fox himself. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hop in the comments there and say howdy. And if you got a request, if I know it, I'll do it. I don't know if y'all can see my koozie here, but it's Donovan Howard, good friend of mine. Saw him the other night. We were at a Roger Miller tribute show together, and that was just a great big old time. But if you've listened to my solo singles that I put out back in the summer, early fall, Donovan produced them for me, and this is the side A, as it were, called Pretty Flowers. I will pick you pretty flowers in springtime when they grow. And I will paint a pretty picture of the winter's cold and snow. I'm not one to take my feelings and put them down in words. And I've never made a melody that all the world learned. But I will pick you pretty flowers springtime when they grow. And when they die, I'll paint a pretty picture of the winter's cold snow. I don't have to shout from the rooftops to know my love is true, because you know and I know, and all I need is you. And I will pick you pretty flowers in springtime when they grow. When they die, I'll paint a pretty picture of the winter's cold and snow. Oh yeah, Donovan's a great guy, a great singer, songwriter, guitar player, all around good dude. And how did it go? I guess that you mean the Roger Miller thing. It went great. You had Donovan over there, and James Reed, Travis Napier, and a whole slew, some of the boys from Bourbon Branch, and just a great show. I had a real good time. I went over to practice with them, run through a couple of the songs, and then once they found out I already knew every Roger Miller song, they threw me in the house band too. So that was a lot of fun. Ended up getting to play with everybody, not just my own songs, but it was just a real big old time. Had a lot of fun. And Tim Parks over there at Ponderosa Pines, good dude. Looking forward to being back over there a lot, watching shows, maybe playing some shows, wink wink. But it's a great place. If you've never been over in Manchester, Kentucky, it's a solid little spot and good people over there. This next song is one I co-wrote with a good buddy of mine, Mike Ty. Goes by the name Mike Menagerie. You can look him up on Facebook and everywhere. YouTube. He's got some killer stuff. But, Roger Miller's the best. Top 5 songwriters. Easy. But this song me and my buddy Mike wrote together. We put it out with the first Law and Ox album. It's the first track on the first Law and Ox album we put out 2 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, this month we recorded it in a little shed down on my grandparents' farm. Mike Cook, other boy that plays with Laurel Knox, he said he always tells people we recorded that album within spitting distance of 4 different tractors. But it's a song called Devil's Game. There's a demon that lives in a bottle. Every night it calls my name, and every time I try to push away, but he always wins his game. In the mornings I look in the mirror, staring back through bloodshot eyes. Every time mine goes wandering, when will I find my next line? Alright. There's a line on the table, something I know I don't need. I hate the way it makes me feel 10 feet tall, 'cause the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And as the bottle starts to empty, as my nose begins to bleed, I know how it ends, and I must pay for my sin. I never should have played the devil's game. There's a demon in a bottle, and every night he calls my name. And every time I try to push away, money always wins this game. Lord, I never should have played the devil's game. I like that one. I like this one too. Lately things have been a little complicated. Quality life has got me down. Sex is cheap and the talk's overrated, and the boys and me still working on the sound. A little happiness, a little love is all I wanted. George Ham thought I found it, but I was wrong. She left my heart feeling daunted. All my memories are haunted, but it's her I had to thank for all my songs. So every day I'm smoking my brain hazy. All I can do is keep going crazy. The paranoia slowly creeping in. I keep dragging myself silly on the way for this hell delay. And I thank God for this here life of sin. Every morning when I rise, look in the mirror and despise the sight of everything, all that I become. I level up my medication, Some might find it intimidating, but that's alright. Don't bother me none. Lately things have been a little complicated, and the quality of life sure held me down. Sex is cheap and the talk's overrated, and the both of me been working on the sound. And I thank God for this here life I see. I can't stand to see a good man go to waste. One who never combed his hair or shaved his face. A man who leans on wine after love that's told a lie. Oh, it tears me up to see a grown man cry. So I never go around me hurting. I can't stand to see me without you by my side. No, I never go around me hurts, because I got a heartache to hide. I can't stand to breathe where heartaches hang around. It's so easy for the blues to get me down. To see a grown man crawl is more than I can stand. I just can't look into the eyes of half a man. So I never go around me hurts. I can't stand to see me without you by my side. I never go around me hurts, 'cause I've got a heartache to hide. And it tears me up to see a grown man cry. All right. All right. Let's see. Singing harmony on the porch. All right, that's the best way to do it. Always need some harmony. This next one's another one I wrote. If you follow my band Law Knox and the Whitleys, you've already heard it. It was our newest single that we put out this year. We recorded with Colin Irvine up at Storm Chaser Productions in London, Kentucky, just up the road from me here. It's a song I wrote about a couple of things. And it goes like, well, I should tell the story. And actually, John New, if y'all know John New, he was telling me when he heard this song, he knows the guy that started this fight, or was part of this fight. But the second verse is about a show we played down in Burnside, Kentucky, and a big old bar fight broke out right in the middle of the set, and the state police showed up. So that was fun times. But the first verse is about me crashing a truck, and it starts off just like you'd expect it to. I crashed an F-250 right into a tree. In the pouring rain, it fell down in the both lanes of the street. I don't mean my cigarettes. It's brushing them off, knocking them down. Hard work never earned me a crown. Ain't nothing but money when it's waiting to go. I lost a Marlboro man killed over and died when I was 7 years old. Me and the boys were playing down around Somerset. We would turn them up, playing them loud, and really getting lit. Till a fight broke out there in the crowd, some old redneck starting to shit. Then they booed us off the stage and some woman broke her hip. Let me tell you, that's the real Cowboy Killers. I don't mean my cigarettes. It's brushing them off, knocking them down. Hard work never earned me a crown. Ain't nothing but money when it's waiting to go. I watched the Marlboro man killed over and died when I was 7 years old. I've been paying my dues longer than I've been paying my rent. But the interest rates are so damn high, I ain't even put in a dent. I either sing too sad or sing too loud. They say I can't pull in no crowd. I keep throwing pennies and wishing well. And all I ever say is I need someone that I can sell. 'Cause these days it's all about how you look. It don't matter how many lines it took. Step on who you need to till you make it to the top. Spend lots of money and you guaranteed a spot. Now let me tell you, that's the real Cowboy Killers. I don't mean my cigarettes. Brushing them off, knocking them down. Hard work never earned me a crown. Ain't nothing but money when it's waiting to go. I lost a Marlboro man killed over and died when I was 7 years old. And that's true. There was a woman that broke her hip in that fight. I don't think anybody in that fight was under 50. And I watched the Marlboro man, because the Cowboy Killers, another just little backstory. First time I ever heard it was when I was in college, and I used to smoke cigarettes back then. And I smoked Marlboro Red Hundreds, which I didn't know were called Cowboy Killers until someone asked for a cigarette. I said, I got these. They said, old man, I can't smoke him, Cowboy Killers. But that's kind of where that song first stemmed from, and the Marlboro quit using the Marlboro Man when I was 7 years old. I looked it up. That line's also true. The whole song's true. I only write true stories. I'm going to sing one a buddy of mine wrote. Mike Cook plays in Law and Knox and the Whitleys with me. And I never do a show that I don't sing this song because it's just great. And I think a lot of us can maybe relate to it. I know I sure can. But if I can remember right, he was talking to his brother, I think, or cousin, I guess, or nephew. He was talking to somebody in his family, and said something along the lines of, man, when I get to the pearly gates, I don't know what in the world I'm going to tell them. Well, I didn't go to church. I can't go to church. I've been working all the time. All I do is been working for the man. So this is the working song. Sing that radio country I like to see on CMT. Never learned to kiss at Nashville, and that's why I'll always be working for the man, working on the plan, spending my nights in a barroom trying to make it out. One more fan. finished college. I ain't got no big degree. At least I ain't 200,000 in debt, chasing a job I'll never see. But I'm still working for the man, working on a plan, spending my nights in the barroom, trying to make it out. One more fan, and I take a step forward, take about 10 steps back. Getting older ain't getting older. You know I forgot how to act, but I just spend my nights in a barroom, trying to make it out with my soul intact. And when my life is over and I'm standing at the pearly gates, St. Peter's gonna ask me what I did with my time. And here's all I'll have to say is I was working for the man, working on a plan, spending my nights on Facebook Live, trying to make it out with one more fan. And I take a step forward, take about 10 steps back. Getting older ain't getting bolder. Well, you know I forgot how to act, but I spend my nights in barrooms, trying to make it out with my soul intact. Now I'll sing at radio country like you see on CMT. Man, it's a good song. Here's another good song I didn't write, written by another friend of mine by the name of Sydney Adams. And if you don't know who that is, where you been? Somewhere between the bluegrass and Smoky Mountains, sure sounds good to me. Where the Cumberland River flows north of Tennessee, that's where I wanna be. Where my blood runs the gas leaves, where the holler cuts deep. Take me back to East Kentucky, turn my loose, set me free. It'll always be home to me. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, slow dancing to the jukebox, hit the 1963. But now if I had it my way, I'd head on down the highway and back way life used to be. Where my blood runs the gas stations, where the hollow cuts deep. Take me back to East Kentucky, turn me loose, set me free. It'll always be home to me. Somewhere between the bluegrass and Smoky Mountains, sure sounds good to me. Where the Cumberland River flows north in Tennessee, that's where I wanna be. Where my blood runs the gas leaves and the holler cuts deep. Take me back to East Kentucky, turn me loose, set me free. It'll always be home to me. It'll always be home, sweet home to me. Shoot, man, that's a good song. That's one I've been singing a lot lately. It's just as the kids say, it's a banger. All right, I got a couple more songs for y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, hanging out. I'm not sure how long I'm supposed to go, but I'm going to go a little longer. My son's in the other room knocking on the door. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I was talking about Roger Miller a little bit earlier, and this next song was really inspired, not really by Roger Miller, but his style, his songwriting style. It was kind of inspired by something my Grandma Teague used to say. Said, can't never did do nothing. And that's probably a common expression, I guess, to some people, but I've never really heard anyone but her say it. But the overall gist of the song is, I'm sure a lot of other musicians can attest to it. It's hard sometimes, and you get a little put out and put down, especially if you're out playing a show and kind of nobody listening. But man, what I wouldn't give to stand in a bar room and be ignored right now. But I wrote this one a few years back, and it's called Can't Never Did. Working in the fields from dark till dusk, in the heat of the day, on the street corners I'd bust. Only time I got it down when someone would say, boy, I'd give you some money to shut up and go away. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, never did, never would. Even if I could, I don't know if I should. Can't, never did, or at least it's not right then. Never have I ever, and I never will again. If I had money in my pocket, wouldn't be here today on some corner stage in the middle of the way. Never been nobody, 'cause someone already was. If I had money in my pocket, maybe then there'd be some fuzz. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, never did, never would. Even if I could, don't know if I should. Can't, never did, or at least it's not right then. Never have I ever, and I never will again. If my guitar'd stay in tune, maybe I'd finish the song. Even if it did, I'd probably sing it wrong. Even if I got it right, would anybody show? If I was a bit more pretty, maybe then they all go. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, never did, never would. Even if I could, don't know if I should. Can't, never did, or at least it's not right then. Never have I ever, and I never will again. Never have I ever, and I never will again. Can't, never did. Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. Kind of a fun song. I got this thing where I write kind of songs that have a happy tune, but kind of sad words. Intimate shows are the best. Oh yeah, for sure. One good thing though is, like, even if there's just a couple of people there, there's always somebody that really gets into it and digs it. And I've made some like really hardcore, solid fans that way, so it's always cool. Yeah, Roger Miller is pretty awesome. Your mom says that. Yeah, I found it's kind of the older generations that do that, that use that phrase. This next song is another one I wrote. I think they're pretty much all, but this is one. It was the other single I put out this year of my first solo singles. And this one's kind of my tribute to classic country and all the stuff I grew up on. My grandpa taught me how to play guitar, and he worked in radio in Nashville in the 60s and 70s, and got to meet quite a few of the greats back then, and him and John Conley are actually pretty good friends. They worked at the same radio station before John hit it big. I've met John Conley a couple of times. My claim to fame is John Conley asks my grandpa every time he sees him, how's your grandson's band doing? So John Conley knows who I am, y'all. And that's pretty cool. But this song goes like this. If I can make it to Fayette County, before I run out of gas, there's a station somewhere around the south end of town, and an old boy there that owes me a little cash, and I'll be on making music with all my friends. Well, it's just like Willie said, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Till then, I'll be on the road again. This kind of living make a man feel haggard, tired and wanting for the foolish pride. But if that future's black, maybe someday I'll turn back. Until then, I'll just keep killing time. And this killing time is a killing me. Drinking myself blind, thinking I won't see. And if I cross that line, they bury me. Well, I just might find I've been killing time till eternity. Hitting them punched out clocks never were my style, and a paycheck can barely last me 50 miles. So if I'm gonna be broke, I'd rather do it out on the road. I told him take this job and shove it, I ain't working here no more. I'll be out on the road again, making music with all my friends. Oh, it's just like Willie said, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Until then, I'll be on the road again. On the road again. On the road again. I can't sell my mama short on loving me. I guess that's why she let me go so far. Threw in some extra songs on that one for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I like that one. Actually, that's one of the ones I recorded with Donovan Howard. I hadn't intended to, because that song didn't exist until the day before I went up there. I wrote it in about 10 minutes, sitting at the house the night before, practicing other songs. And I just liked it. And my wife liked it. And I went up there, and one of the best compliments I ever got, Donovan gave me that day. He said, "Son, it's country, and the world's starving for more good country." So that meant a lot to me. This next one I've got on the list here, it's I mentioned my good friend Mike Ty earlier, Mike Menagerie, if you want to look him up on YouTube and Facebook. Got some killer stuff. And he wrote this song, and before I really ever knew him, I watched him play this song, and I was like, man, I love that song. And I got up and told him, and then we ended up being good friends, and we founded Law Knox and the Whitleys together with another fellow we knew. And we were playing this song when we did shows, and we got really popular for this song, where this song got popular, I should say. But then Mike moved to Portland, Oregon, but people still associated Law Knox and Whitleys with this song. So I asked him if it'd be alright if I recorded it on the album we put out, and he said, "Why, yeah, go right ahead." So this is a song, I sing it all the time, and it's definitely one of my favorite songs, and he's just such a good songwriter, and y'all should check him out if you get the chance. But it's called Coming Down. Lee was weary, days world stood still. Open doors to a whole new way to feel. Lost in a sea, shimmering light. I got this feeling, I think it's gonna last all night. Coming down, been riding high, 16 hours on a train up in the sky. Feel my mind melting away. I never felt so good, it's a shame she's gone away. Oh yeah. In this world I have flown, and nothing's the same here. All it is home. Born anew, out with the old and all that I'm seeing here is glitter and gold. Oh, 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 oh. Coming down, been riding high, 16 hours on a train up in the sky. Feel my mind melting away. I never felt so good, it's a shame she's gone, a shame she's gone away. Coming down, been riding high, 16 hours on a train up in the sky. Feel my mind melting away. I never felt so good, it's a shame she's gone away. Oh yeah. Hey, 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 it's a shame she's gone, a shame she's gone away. All right. Is a good segue to the next song, because it's called It's Alright. It's another one we put out with the first Law Knox and Whitleys album, Smoke from This Altar. It's another one, I kind of call it my protest song, and I don't know why I used to call it that, because it's not really protesting anything. It's more just about acceptance. And it's based on a couple of things, and it'd take me a half hour just to explain it, because each verse is about something wholly different. But the song goes like this. Unplugged my TV today. Don't need no bad news getting in my way. Parked my car down by the docks. Gave the keys to an old man so he don't have to walk. I set fire to my mail. Took the ashes, put them in the garbage pail. And I'm alright. And I'm alright. I don't lose no sleep at night. I've got a friend who's got a hobby. He don't want to hurt nobody. Rolls them up and he lets them burn, baby, burn. But he's a sharing man, you can toke it in your turn. And he's alright. And he's alright. He don't lose no sleep tonight. There's a girl sings in the choir, uses those songs to take her higher. Don't need drugs or alcohol. The music lifts her higher than a mall. She's alright. No, she's alright. She don't lose no sleep that night. Now there's a man who spreads the word, truest words you ever heard, teaching peace throughout the land, saying this above all things, love your fellow man. He's alright, he's alright. Never lost no sleep at night. Don't you know it's all gonna be alright? 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 I'm alright, yeah, I'm alright. I don't lose no sleep tonight. Are you alright? I hope you're alright. I hope you don't lose sleep at night. Baby, it's alright now. Baby, it's alright now. Baby, it's alright now. Thanks, Jen. I really appreciate that. I never really thought about that song a lot until, yeah, I like to throw a little this and that in there. But somebody was telling me earlier this year that they had gone back and listened to that song, and I'm not sure if it was the whole album or not, and that it spoke to them more, almost more now, with everything that's going on. It seems like we all need a little encouragement and a little love and just somebody to say, hey, it's going to be all right. I've got 2 more songs. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you caught it live right now, or right now as in you're watching the rerun or wherever you are, I sure appreciate it, and I sure appreciate Jen not just asking me to do this, but putting this whole group together. I know a lot of musicians have really had a hard time of it. It's really, really encouraging to know that there's people that care and help us out and put it together and buy our merch and throw a couple dollars in the tip jar here and there. One of the only shows I've played lately, I played here in downtown Corbin, and people were exceptionally generous in the tip bucket, and they have no idea how much it means. And like, y'all don't know how much it means to musicians to help us out. And I really thank Jen and everybody tuned in and everybody that bought from anybody, not just me. I don't even have a lot of merch, but I know there's some fantastic acts out there that have a lot of really cool stuff and really solid music. A lot of great music coming out of this area right now. I couldn't even start to name you all the people that are just so good. But this song is the title track off of Smoke from This Altar. We were putting it together, and for those of you that don't know, which I'm assuming it's probably most of you because I didn't know what it was, me and my wife were at the flea market in Corbin, and she's a big Louis L'Amour fan who writes Western novels, old Western novels from back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. But the first book he ever put out was a poetry collection called Smoke from This Altar. I was like, man, that is a cool name. And I don't know if any of y'all used to hang out in, I guess, less than reputable houses with less than reputable characters. There was always this one table that sat in the middle of the room that was just covered in junk and cigarette trays and smoking cigarettes, ash, and there's always some kind of smoke coming off of it, whether it was cigarettes or something else. And that's the image I got in my mind. And if y'all looked at the cover art for Smoke from This Altar, that was the instant image that popped in my mind. And I tried to explain it to people, and everybody's like, I don't know about that. But then after they saw the photograph, they were like, oh, this is the coolest album art I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, I knew it would be. But I was just going to be the name of the album. And then my wife said, well, you got to write a song called Smoke from This Altar to put on it. And the whole album is pretty much about battling addiction and the problems that stem from it, not just from the point of who's the addict, but from people around them. And it kind of dives through a bunch of those kind of things and like love and loss as causes of those things. And I was like, well, if I'm going to write this one, because I'm a big fan of hidden bonus tracks. So this is the hidden bonus track. And it's kind of the cry for help and the cry for redemption at the end of the album. And it goes like this. I've spent my years drowning here in bourbon and the smoke. And as the smoke rises high into my eyes, I tear up and begin to choke on the smoke from this altar. It's all that I can see. May the smoke from this altar blow away from me. I've been a weary, rambling soul, traveling down some lost highway. But if you could guide me safely home, where I never would stray, but the smoke from this altar is all I can see. Will the smoke from this altar blow away from me? I hear a voice through the night calling from afar, like a bright beckoning light reaching altar won't be all I can see. May the smoke from this altar blow away from me. Yeah, it is a good book. Thank you all again just so much. I got just one last song for you. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed what you heard. If you do, you can find me online, Josh Teague Music on Facebook, dangerteague.com. I have links to everything. I'm at Danger Teague on all social media. My band Law Knox and the Whitleys as well. You can find them on dangerteague.com/LKW. We're on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. Me with my solo stuff and the full band. And this is my last one, and this is my Christmas song. And it's up on Spotify too if you want to hear the full version. But just thank you all so much. It's a cold Kentucky Christmas and everybody's getting cold. Whether it's in your stocking or across the Highline pole. Ain't no global warming, at least not that we know. It's cold Kentucky Christmas, everybody's getting cold. Keep that black smoke rolling, burning night and day. It don't matter to me at all if Santa can drive that sleigh. Trying to bring me a brand new sled, and I sure don't know what for. 'Cause I ain't been sledding since the blizzard of '94. And it's a cold Kentucky Christmas, and everybody's getting cold. Whether it's in your stocking or across the Highline pole. Well, there ain't no global warming around here, well, at least not that we know. It's cold Kentucky Christmas, everybody's getting cold. Here we You can wish all the family a holly jolly holiday. That is, except for Granddad, who long since passed away. Working hard down in the deep dark mine, till black lung took his soul. But he sure made lots of money digging that hazard coal. It's a cold Kentucky Christmas, and everybody's getting cold. Whether it's in your stocking or across the Highline pole. Well, there ain't no global warming, at least not that we know. It's a cold Kentucky Christmas, and everybody's getting cold. It's a cold Kentucky Christmas at 64 degrees. Thank y'all so much.